What if the Yeti isn't a myth created by fear, but a real presence shaped by avoidance? Something that survives not by strength, but by staying just outside certainty. Across the Himalayas, climbers report the same experience. Movement stops, sound thins. The sense of being observed arrives before any visual confirmation. What if that sensation isn't imagination, but pattern recognition responding to something skilled at concealment? In 1951, explorer Eric Shipton photographed a massive footprint on Everest's Menlung Glacier. The print showed structure, balance, and depth inconsistent with normal bear tracks. What if Shipton didn't photograph an animal, but evidence of controlled bipedal movement at extreme altitude? Skeptics argue melting snow distorted bear prints, but distortion doesn't explain stride length, alignment, or repeated upright trackways. What if the Yeti learned long ago how to exploit environmental ambiguity? Snow erases evidence faster than any conscious cover-up. Climbers rarely report attacks. Instead, they report rocks thrown from distance, always escalating only when warnings are ignored. What if that behavior isn't aggression, but territory enforcement? In Nepal, Sherpa guides consistently refuse to follow certain tracks. They don't argue, they redirect immediately. What if those paths aren't random, but deliberately lead toward cliffs, ravines, and dead terrain? That suggests terrain awareness and outcome prediction, two traits not commonly associated with large animals. Now widen the lens. Similar reports appear in Russia, Mongolia, Alaska, and Western China. Different cultures, same behaviors. In Siberia, hunters describe hearing wooden knocks echo through valleys at night. The knocks come back from far away, separated by pauses, not random, not frantic. Multiple hunters report hearing responses from different directions on the same night. That's where explanations start to strain. One animal doesn't explain coordinated spacing. In Alaska, bush pilots report tall figures crossing open snowfields. Upright, calm, no hesitation. It doesn't run when seen from the air, it just keeps moving until it reaches cover. Camera traps add another layer. In several cases, cameras simply vanish. What stands out is what's missing. No claw marks, no broken straps. That suggests removal, not destruction. Then there are stone stacks, balanced piles appearing near camps, just outside firelight. In some cases, a second stack appears farther out, aligned with the first. People disagree on what they mean, but their placement is consistent enough to notice. Official responses introduce another complication. Some encounter reports never make it into final logs. Search and rescue volunteers have said they were told to stop filing certain reports. Restricted zones often overlap with high report areas, especially in mountainous regions. There's historical precedent for control. In the 1950s, Nepal required permits, evidence surrender, and media approval for Yeti expeditions. That doesn't prove anything by itself, but it shows authorities took the subject seriously enough to manage information. Scientific testing complicates things further. Many hair samples labeled Yeti turn out to be bears. That explains part of the mystery, not all of it. Because bears don't unbuckle straps, stack stones, or pace groups without crossing paths. At this point, explanations split. Rare animals, misidentified humans, something undocumented. Each explanation fits some details and fails others. What remains consistent is behavior, distance maintained, escalation controlled, contact avoided. Every encounter ends the same way: withdrawal. That pattern suggests long-term survival, not curiosity. Exposure would end that advantage immediately. Uncertainty in this case functions like camouflage. Whether the Yeti is an animal, a people, or something else entirely, it behaves like it understands risk, and it behaves like it understands us. That may be why no clear proof ever arrives. Not because nothing is there, but because contact is actively avoided. The story survives because the details don't collapse under scrutiny. They just don't resolve. And because wilderness still has room for things that refuse to be defined. If something is out there, it isn't hiding in fear. It's maintaining distance by design. And the mountains keep that silence whether we like it or not.